Welcome to the Thrift Store Kitchen Review, where I test all the weird junk from the thrift store so you don't have to. Welcome to another edition of the Thrift Store Kitchen Review. They say you're not supposed to play with your food, right? But what if you find a machine that makes food that you're supposed to play with? Well, I found one of those. And that would be this. The CucinaPro Waffle WOW building blocks maker. And I picked this up at a Goodwill in Roswell, Georgia for only $8.99. So let's go ahead and examine this rather unique waffle maker. Now this one here does not have a temperature control, darkness, lightness control like most normal waffle irons do. It only has the on and off light. Feels kind of cheap and gimmicky. Well, that's because it is. And then you open it up and the plates on here are shaped like building blocks. You have 2 peg building blocks, 1 peg, and 4 peg. So I'm going to whip up some waffle batter and we're going to go ahead and make some blocks and build some stuff with our waffles. All right, so the unit's heated up. Got a bowl of waffle batter right here. So let me open this up and spray it down. And then we're going to fill the entire unit with the batter. Let's get some in all of these. Now this unit does not have a cooking cycle like most waffle makers do. It just says 3 to 5 minutes. Now if we're actually going to build with these, I'd lean more towards the 5 minutes because I really don't see how these blocks are supposed to hold together. I mean, as I said, this is just a cheap and gimmicky device, so it's here more for fun than for food, but we'll see how they turn out. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's take a look. I mean, they don't look bad. Doesn't look like I poured it very even. Now, getting these out is going to be a little bit of a pain, but hey, look, they all kind of stuck together. That made things easy. So let me go ahead and fill this again. Get another set of blocks going. Make sure we have plenty to build with. Ooh, poured that one a little too much, but we'll make it work. All right. So about 5 more minutes. Let me go ahead and try one of these, see how it came out. Not a bad texture. So we'll be back in 5, and then we'll see how well these build. Okay, let's look at this batch. Looks like the back is cooking a little better than the front, but let's go ahead and get these out of here. It's nice when they all come off as one sheet and I don't have to dig them out individually. So I'm going to give these a few minutes to cool, and then we're going to try building with them. All right, so I've gone ahead and separated the waffle blocks into separate pieces. Let's see what we can build. Get some of these stronger pieces here, see if they really connect. I mean, not really, but they do. So let's try building a little house out of waffles. That one's not that great. Let's find a better one. Now, should I go upside down or right side up? I think will be better for the base of our house. Get our foundation in place. There we go. And now we'll just start going upwards. I'm saving the longer pieces for our roof. It's already falling apart. Can't really get it all that high. How many more of the small pieces do I have? Only one, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and lay our long pieces across. And then we'll use our little blocks here to try and make a little chimney. Will it hold? Not really. We could put a second chimney. We'll pretend they have two fireplaces. Wow, isn't building with waffles cool? Okay then. Well, obviously it's meant for fun. Not the most impressive, but I guess it kind of works and it is edible. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to wipe down the waffle maker and get it back out here, and we're going to give it one final test. So we found out that the Waffle WOW can make semi-functional building blocks out of waffles. Now it's time to find out, will it glizz? I've heated the machine up already. So let's open it. Now, these two long wells right here appear to be the absolute perfect size for cooking hot dogs. So I'm going to close the lid, let them cook, and we'll see how they turn out. All right, I'm starting to smell hot dog a little, so let's get an early check. Yeah, you can see there's grill marks right where the circles go. Let's turn these over. And like, look at this. This is what I was saying about cooking unevenly. This hot dog in the back looks way more done than the one up front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the well so that we can get both hot dogs cooked somewhat evenly. Time for another check. Let's see how they're looking. Yeah, there we go. Let me turn this one some more. Let it cook just a little longer, and then we'll taste them. I'd imagine these are about done by now. Yeah, they look pretty done, so let me go ahead and get these on buns. This bun kind of broke in half, but what can you do? There we go. Let me at least pop the hot dog open. See if it's nice and hot inside. Honestly, could probably use another minute or so on there. Looks more done on the outside than it is on the inside, so I'm going to let them cook just a little longer. These should be done by now, for real this time. Yeah, those definitely look done. So let me go ahead and take them back off. Let me break this one open and see how it feels inside. Yeah, now it's hot inside. Let me get the other one off here and onto the bun and unplug the machine real quick. Let me give it a taste. Not bad. So I'm going to go eat these, let this cool down, and I'll be back in a few to give you my final verdict on the CucinaPro Waffle WOW building block maker. So what is my final verdict on the CucinaPro Waffle WOW building blocks maker? Well, if you keep your expectations low, it's hard to get disappointed. This is not something I had high expectations for. This is not something that was ever meant to be the primary waffle maker in somebody's kitchen. It's meant more as a stupid toy to give the kids something to do. I will say this, Lego and Eggo missed out on the ultimate compilation project, and CucinaPro got the jump on this one. Now, CucinaPro has other waffle irons in this line that I've seen. There's one that makes little waffle dinosaurs, one that makes waffle cars. So apparently, if you wanted to collect all of them, you could make entire scenes out of waffles, I guess. Don't know what the point is, but whatever. So with this thing, as I said, it was never meant to be a serious product. It never at any point came off as one. I guess if you were looking for something along these lines, it's out there, but not really something I would seek for any real waffle making purposes. Now, this wasn't really a high effort episode for me, and I'll admit that. As I've said before, things have been really just busy for me. That's why I cut back to every 2 weeks for the full episodes. But our next one, I have something much bigger and much more impressive in the pipeline. So stay tuned. Well, thanks for joining us on this episode of the Thrift Store Kitchen Review. Be sure to subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and TikTok, both linked in the description below. Tell your friends about us. Drop us a line down there in the comments section. Get out there and support your local thrift store, and have a wonderful day.